Hi there, week 27. Everything's going great. I feel good. Let's take a tour. Here are the soybeans. They're growing. I suspect this is, I should plant some more somewhere else. I suspect these are too shallow really to make anything happy. And it looks like we're getting a little bit of eating on these. A lot of it, so this is gonna fail. I'm almost certain. In the long run, the soybeans will fail here. Might not be too late to plant them somewhere else, so that might be a thing we do today. Gotta think about that. Loofah, still growing up the trellis, and up into the porch, and up out of the porch. But no loofahs, just vine. I failed. Here we have the fennel. A lot of sort of dead and dying leaves on it. Don't know what's up with that. But by and large, it seems to be pretty good shape. Let's get rid of these. It does not seem to be getting any bigger. Might be time to just harvest this. I think I might harvest one today and have myself a nice apple parmesan fennel salad at dinner. Could be yummy. Original watermelons from summer. They sort of gone through a renaissance. Like this whole vine died, but then new vines have grown as, I guess, as summer fades and spring comes. Except it hasn't gotten any cooler yet, so I don't know what's up with that. That one's got a watermelon on it. We'll let it keep growing. But those are pretty half-assed. That one never did anything. This gotta keep calling it fennel. This loofah, same thing. Lots of vines going up in there, but I never got a loofah out of it. New peppers, all growing nicely, but it's gonna be too late in the season for them to do anything. Might save them from next year though, we shall see. Thai basil, holy basil, all doing great. I cut back that cilantro, it never grew back. I once threw a tomato down here and it took root and started growing. So now the squirrels eat it, so I'm wondering if it's a good honey pot tomato. I'm just leaving it there. Giant sweet basil. Oh my God, I gotta zoom out. It's so big. It's so big. I cut all this back last week. It's all back again. All the flowering. But I mean, it's more basil than I'll ever need to eat, so it's not really a big deal. This is the spot in my garden that likes growing basil. It is crazy. You know what? Yeah, let's cut it back right now.
Jingle can be inside of here. Beans. Oh, this fell. This plant's doing great. I'm looking all the plants. This is a hose. They're watering.
All right, well, those are all cut off. Should keep them flowering nicely. This fennel's huge. I don't know. I might cut this off today. I don't know. Oh my God, I didn't get any of those flowers there either. And here we have the carrots. They seem to be growing pretty well. Might be time to harvest them. Still too small. Still constant thinning. I really overplanted these carrots. I bet the new carrots are going to overtake these old carrots and be bigger before I even get these fully thinned. I really overdid it on those carrots. Here we got this pepper bed. Still getting eaten over here, but generally in good shape. Lots of good Thai peppers today. Some eating here, but we're gonna harvest a bunch of these today. A lot of them are looking like they're getting big enough now, so that's exciting. Same with this bed. Got a banana pepper sticking out right there, and a lot in here as well. So let's harvest these right now. I want to pick all these so bad, but they're Johnny's red flames, so I want them to get red first. But there's so many. Hopefully another week or two. We can pick all of those. Look how many there are in there. You see? Oh my God, there's so many. So exciting. Jane, what is in the basket?
Some peppers.
How many peppers?
How many red ones are they?
How many red ones?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 red peppers.
And how many purple ones are there?
How many purple ones are there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Let's go pick some more peppers.
11.
Want to go in the hoop house, pick some peppers?
Thank you, man. That was great. Did I come in too? There's another. Get the pepper.
Get the bucket.
Let's go inside. We're in the hoop house trying to find peppers.
Yeah. So this little guy is putting peppers out already, which is great. He was totally eaten at one point by the deer, and I cut him back, and he's growing back. The rest of these guys are growing nicely, but not. Oh, this shishito's got a shishito on it. One pepper. And this guy, no peppers yet on that one. But yeah. And here's the rest of the hoop house from the inside. There's the beans. The beans are doing great. All those grapes are coming back. Blueberry back there really starting to look like blueberry leaves. Carrots starting to sprout. This is the old beans. And it is old green beans. And it's coming back, but I don't know if it's ever going to grow beans. I don't know if this is worth it. I just wanted to see if I could save it from the deer. But then we got the main new green beans there. Got the new watermelon looking much happier. And here we got the new cucumbers, which are just going gangbusters, growing into the hoop house. I might let them go out under it and then trellis. I don't know. I need to think of something. They're growing far faster than I anticipated. But yeah, I'm excited. It's the best cucumbers we've done all year, so that's promising. Okay, well, I've cut little escapes for these. Maybe it's a terrible idea. Give them somewhere to go. And I propped this up. A lot of these are hanging on it now, and it was caving in, so that should help. Cut this one free, gave it a little place to trellis. But you know, I mean, inside they're looking good too. And they're trellising nicely on the netting. So I think we're gonna leave those like that for this week. Let's close it up. The new carrots are starting to come in. Very exciting. Not a lot of action on the new spinach though. Yeah, look at this blueberry is really starting to grow. And these beans are doing great. But just starting to flower. Just starting the process, so it's gonna be a while till we get some beans off of these bush beans. And the grapes. I don't know if I should let this trellis through here. But wow, they're just growing so much more than they were outside of here. Everything needs to be screened in. Next year, we'll get bigger and better hoop houses. And one of the reasons we'll get bigger and better hoop houses is for our tomatoes, which you can see basically up to here, they are just getting eaten. But then the tops are bushing out, and we've got some tomatoes. That one is really looking like it's good. Got one here, got Got some here. I mean, I never thought I'd get even one tomato off of these, so if I get those, that will be exciting. Oh, here's a good. And a pepper. I should take that. We can wait till next week. Too late. But yeah, next year, 8-foot hoop house. So I can put these tomatoes right there in the hoop house. This cucumber's doing pretty good. These old ones are basically failures. We're gonna take those away. And we got our sad watermelons. We have one watermelon there, one watermelon back in there. So hopefully those will go to the end. These sad cherry tomatoes, they're still getting decimated by squirrels. This netting didn't work. Lovely holy basil, lovely Thai basil. Those two I had for lunch this week. And we have the upstairs tomatoes. I just picked the tomatoes off. These things are ugly. They're not doing great. You can see how much damage they've gotten by the squirrels. And it's very hard for me to cut that damage off because of the netting. The whole thing's a failure. But it is producing tomatoes. Kind of a lot of them. I picked a bunch this morning. And there's still a decent number in here. I mean, you know, not like you see on the YouTubes or anything. But there's like 10 tomatoes. I don't know. Yeah, all that's what the squirrel's trying to get to them. Seems to be the case that they're not getting up to the top part. So I'm starting to get some tomatoes. Ooh, that one's ripening. That one's almost ready. Ooh. But yeah, not a great showing in the end. Basil's are doing great. That's celery. That's doing pretty well, actually. That's kind of shocking. I just did that as a lark. That cucumber should go. Lunch basils are all doing really well. This is basil. I've been eating that. This is lettuce. I think I'll cut this today. It looks like it's starting to bolt. So we'll eat that in our meal. I think this is a cauliflower that's regrowing. That's kind of crazy. These weeds. There's a basil there. There's parsley. More celery that should not have been planted in here, but actually it's making little celeries. It's kind of cute. Some more basil. This thing, I learned a lot about what should grow in it, what shouldn't. So next year, I will try it again. I think this stuff will go in it next year. The rosemary, the thyme, not the rosemary, the oregano, the thyme, the mint, all that will go in there. Like the sage, see, the sage is doing great. So it'll be like mainly herbs, maybe some lettuces, but not celery. I don't know, we'll see. Your old basils, a bed of holy basil going to sea. Well, actually, this might be this week's lunch. This was celery, it failed. It just got overrun by weeds that I keep picking, but it doesn't do any good. And that's a Thai basil I've been eating. You can see I've just been eating it that way. But yeah, it was downstairs growing really well. I brought it up here, it started growing less well. All right. Just gonna plant a few more soybeans because I feel like these soybeans are not getting enough sunlight to really grow up this trellis. So we're gonna plant those and then we will trellis them more in the sun over here if and when they take off. So just a little backup. Nothing else to really plant this week. I don't have any potatoes and I have one more week for that in the radishes and bringing the lettuce out. So that's all next week, probably, maybe the week after, early September. I'm gonna try and go to the garden store sometime in the next week or so. But you know, Delta variant, it's a bitch. Compost is doing really great these days. It is just under 90 degrees. Oh, you know, I stick that too far in, that's part of the problem. There. And it's very much composting. All the new green stuff is what I just put in there. Turned it in, did not see the turtle this week, sadly. Or maybe that's good. But yeah, it's looking good. Very exciting. This leaf mold compost is done. I gotta take the pine needles off of it, I suppose. But looking forward to adding to this year. That will be exciting as well. whole new batch. All right, I think we're done for this week. A lot of good spring rebounds, some new planting. Big week next week. Cucumbers going gangbusters. It'll be exciting to see if they trellis up the hoop house. Maybe we'll get a watermelon. Maybe we'll finally get a loofah on this huge loofah. Who knows? A lot of excitement. Did just pull this really nice tomato off here though. I'm really giving up on that guy, but 3 good tomatoes this week. It's pretty exciting. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you very much for watching. Take care.